I'm currently standing on the balcony of my brand new beach house that I built today, and I took you guys along for the journey. Real quick before the video starts, if everybody can go down below, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and while you're down there, like the video. I'd appreciate you guys. Every single person that does, comment down below done, and I will give each and every single one of you a cookie. Thank you guys, and enjoy the video. So to give you guys an update of where I ended off last episode, which if you guys did not see that, I did end up making this sky village right here, but I ended up adding all of my machines and stations, so I added those in there, and then I added all of like the stone stuff in this one. And then over here, I ended up adding the wood as well as the stuff for the fabrics. So that's what I did in there. And then I kind of thought of a dumb idea. I don't know why, but I needed to put the essence table somewhere. So I just put it in the kitchen. I don't know. I feel like it actually doesn't look too bad. But my plan today is to go over to the shore, which someone commented on one of my previous videos saying there's actually a shore biome. And I went scouting around and I ended up finding, if I can zoom out, I ended up finding a shore right over here. So I did mark it on the map, and there is quite a few places that looks like a shore, but you have to wait till in the top right where it just said grasslands, you have to wait till it says shore, and then I believe the village will actually turn into a shore village. And from my understanding, it doesn't give you anything new, but in the future I imagine it will allow you to unlock new prefabs, new buildings, and everything like that. So I want to end up going over there and building a beach house. I'm gonna quickly run over there, and I do have a good amount of wood on me. I might need to get granite and different things like that, but I plan on building the house and decorating it fully. It is on the beach, so that is awesome, but obviously I do want to head over there, check out the area. I don't think it's too big of an area. I just saw it really quick and then I placed down the marker. In this village, I'm not going to have any villagers. This is just going to be my own personal little base. I'm not going to have any machines or anything like that in there. I think it will look best without them, just because I won't have to have extra space to add all of those things. But I believe I am coming up on it right over here. And oh my gosh, there's a brute. Should we fight the brute? I mean, like, why not, right? Let's fight the brute. I don't have any arrows, which, I mean, it is what it is. And I'm going to quickly eat this pizza before I begin fighting it. But, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. I have the best sword in the game, so we'll see how it goes. But I actually have never fought a brute without an arrow, so here we go, and I'm not even hitting him, so dodge, and I already missed, but he literally does half a heart, so, you know, it's not too big of a deal, but I just need to make sure. Yeah, he's literally doing a quarter of a heart, so it's not going to be too bad, and he's already at like half HP, so yeah, this is going to be pretty easy. So I'm going to quickly eliminate this guy, and then we will get looking at the area to make our village. And there we go. We eliminated the brute. That's another brute scale into the collection. But also, I have a tip for you guys. If you have this max sword, it does 9 damage, and you can actually chop down trees very quickly with it. And the sword takes no durability damage. So if you use the sword, it's better than the axe and it's quicker than the axe. So if you guys are not doing that, make sure you start doing that. It is just so quick. You get wood so quickly. But the only thing it cannot break is, I believe, frost pine. But if we look in the top right, it should go from water into shore if I run up here. Yep, so now we're entering shore. So I believe if I place my village down over right in this area right here, which, I mean, it doesn't really matter where I place it. I'll just place it like right here. Make it like a normal house and then blue because of water. If we look at this, yes, now it says shore right here. So we have a level 1 shore village. And if I believe, yeah, we don't get anything new. In a future update, I imagine this is going to be a village you're going to need to build at. So, I mean, if we get it level 10 already, that will be super nice. But now I'm going to end up clearing out this area. It shouldn't be too bad. I should have brought a shovel so I can get rid of these freaking palm trees. But I think it will be okay. And I'm just going to end up building it like right in this area right here. I'm going to lay down the foundation really quick just so we can kind of get an idea of what I'm working with. And then from there, we should be good to start building. I do want to use a big one just like this. Yeah, this should probably do. I'm going to start in the high end over here, and then we'll make our way lower. I'll put it like right there. I feel like, yeah, that will work right there. And now we can just start placing these all the way around. And if it does not all the way connect to the ground, I think that's going to be okay, because like most beach houses, they do have supports under them supporting them. I think it will look best if it actually does not touch the ground. So I'm going to build this all the way out. And I do want it to overhang the water just a little bit, but I will make a deck to do that. So I'm not going to make it too far with these foundations, but I do want to make it pretty big. I feel like this should be okay. Yeah, that's probably big enough. And then I'm going to fill in this area and then we can get building. So my foundation is down, but first things before I start adding any walls or anything like that, I do want to add some supports. So I don't think I'm going to do supports like this. I have an idea where maybe I could do something like this, a beam wall. And if I can put it right down here, just like that, I think that will look best. It will kind of give it the idea that it is being supported up, obviously, because we don't just want it to be floating. I think this will look best. I'm going to place all of these down and then we will see how good it looks, which I hope it looks pretty good. So there we go. We added all of the supports under the base, and honestly, I think it looks pretty good. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. But now it is time to start adding all of the walls. So I think the best thing I can do is make a little entrance right here, just because it is the flattest part. So I'm going to quickly grab a wall. I'm not too sure what wall I want to end up using. I know I am going to be using a lot of these windows right here. Where are they? The wooden windows, these ones. I'm going to end up using a lot of these because a beach house is obviously supposed to be super open. So I will probably end up using a lot of these, but other than that, I'm not too sure. First things first, I need to make a door. So we only have a few options for doors. We can go with this log cabin style, or we can go with this right here, which might be the best option. And yeah, I think we're going to end up going with something just like this. And I'm going to make it a little bit indented. So I think right there is probably best. I like that right there. And then I can have a little area right here where I end up decorating, but that will be later on. So now it is time to start adding the rest of the walls. So for walls, I think the best thing I can end up using here, these walls right here, these brick walls, I think that will probably look best. So there we go. I got my entrance down, and now I think it's time to start adding the windows. For the windows, I am going to use those wooden open windows. I think it's considered a door, but come on, these are definitely not a door, but I think I'm just going to place them all along right here, just like this. And I think this will give it the perfect aesthetic that I'm trying to go for. So I'm going to place them along here just like this. And I think I'm going to do like, yeah, okay. So I think that's pretty good on this side. So for the front, I'm doing the same thing. I'll probably surround the entire house with this type of build, just because I think it's what's going to look best. And we'll end up leaving that just like that. And it's 2 blocks. So we'll give it 2 blocks just like that. And now we can start adding it on the other side as well. So I've placed down all of the walls just like this. Since I can't have like a door that opens up right here, I'm just going to add these just like this, and it will kind of give it the effect that the door is just open. So just like that. And then obviously in a hypothetical world, we would just like close the door, and then if we don't want to go outside, we can just close it out, right? I also ended up adding a floor, but now it is time to add the balcony. So for the balcony, I'm going to be doing something very simple, and with the balcony floor placed, we can start adding the railing. I think this will be pretty cool because we get to overlook the ocean, which obviously there's an island right here, but we get the big ocean over here. And hopefully they don't end up adding like waves or something that just absolutely destroy my house, which fingers crossed they do not end up doing that, which if they do, you know what, GG's, like it is what it is. But I am going to end up adding these railings all the way around the outside. Obviously I do not want to fall into the ocean, right? If I fall in, then you know it's not a good day. Also, if you made it this far in the video, comment down below beach, and every person that does, I will be giving a heart on their comment, as well as make sure you guys subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the video. So with the bottom floor complete, I think the next thing we need to do is start building the second floor. I think these are the best stairs that I can end up using. I don't know if this is going to turn out well, but I think I'm going to place them right in the middle just like this, and I will kind of give a cool effect. I think I'm going to do this. I literally just came up with this. So if it doesn't end up turning out well, then maybe I'll change it, but we'll have to end up seeing. So I'm going to add a floor all the way on the second floor. So I've officially finished all of the flooring. I did all of the walls, and then I also ended up adding a roof. But on the roof, I made this little overhang. I think it makes it look just a little bit better. But now I need to build supports for the balcony. So here we go. I'm just going to place that like that, and then I will end up using, I believe it's this one. I can put that at the bottom of it just like that, and yeah, that looks pretty good. And I'm gonna make one somewhat in the middle. I believe like right there is the middle-ish, so I'm gonna do the same thing pretty much, but obviously I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker. I think the entire building is pretty much complete. All I need to end up doing is placing obviously all the decorations inside, so that's what I'm gonna be doing next. But I think it actually turned out pretty well. I like the way it looks, and I love all of the windows windows, just all of the windows make it look so much better. So what I'm gonna end up doing now is making a little countertop over in this corner right here. I do want to find a nice little countertop. What I think I'm gonna add are these little tables right here, and I'm just gonna place them all along this side just like this, and I'll do that many there, and then I'm gonna end up doing some this way as well, and I'm gonna end up placing chairs on both sides. So now we need to get some seating, and I'm not too sure what seating would look best, but honestly these are kind of the same height, so I'm gonna end up adding these. And I'm just going to add these all the way around, just kind of like extra seating for anybody that wants to sit. There we go. We added our little table and all of the seating that we will be needing, which I think looks pretty good. But now we can head over into, let's say, this corner right here. For this corner, I am going to make the kitchen. For the kitchen, I'm going to use these countertops right here. And I do want to face the window just because obviously you want to be able to see outside. And I think that looks pretty good just like that. But what I will also end up adding is, where is the table? I'm looking for a specific table, which it should be in here. Okay, I need some flex wood, but I'm going to add one of these right in the middle just like that. But I also want to add around the place some coffee tables just like this, and then we can make seating on each side as well, which these bar stools would those aren't bar stools, those are end tables, but they kind of look like bar stools. I think those would look pretty good, but I do wonder if I'm able to find maybe like some small chairs that I'm going to be able to use, which these blue ones might be pretty good. And yeah, I like that right there, and we'll make them offset just like that. And okay, yeah, this place is coming together pretty nicely. I'm just going to put all of these like this. And of course, I'm hungry. I'm always hungry in this game. I don't know about you guys, but no matter what, I always need to eat food. I don't know why, but it just seems like I always need to eat. So yeah, it's just so weird. But now we have our little coffee tables. We have our little kitchen area, which I do need to go get flex wood, but I'll do that after I use all of the materials in my inventory. I think if I add the couch over in this corner, just like this, it might look pretty cool. So we can end up doing something like that. You know, we have two, and I might add a third one right in this corner just like that. And now we have seating, and we can see outside as well, which I think looks pretty good. But I need to center this one. I need to redo this one, and I think right there is centered. Yeah, that looks pretty centered. So that looks pretty good right there. And what I will also end up doing is adding a carpet right here. And then I'll probably add a few carpets all the way around. I also need to end up adding some railing up here to these stairs. So I think something like that will probably be best. I kind of like that. It looks pretty good with the floor. So yeah, I think that is perfect. And yeah, this is coming together so nicely. So we have a big area over here. And what else can I add? Let me look around and see if anything catches my eye. I honestly might. I know what I'm going to add. I need to find the sculptures. I want to add these sculptures. So there's what, 3 of them? So we can use 3 sculptures, and that would be pretty cool looking. And then we can even add something like this, like ancient tapestry. Just put it against the wall like that. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. So I just went and got the materials for some statues, and I think the perfect one to place under the stairs is this one right here. This one looks so cool, but oh my gosh, I'm hungry again. How does this always happen? But I think this one looks literally perfect. And then we also have a few more. We got like this right here, this big large drum, which I mean, I don't even know where I could put this thing, but I also ended up grabbing the stuff for the table right in here. So I can end up placing this like right there, and I think that will look pretty good. And it almost acts like another place where the villagers could be cooking, right? So that was my theory behind that. But there are a couple more villagers and things I can add around the place. So I'm just going to decorate this place just a little bit so it, you know, it comes to life a little bit more. And then I'll go upstairs and start adding stuff up there as well, and I'll place that right there. That looks fine. And there are a few more statues I can place. So I have like this drum. I don't know where I would put this drum. I mean, I could just put it like right here. This llama statue, I definitely want like as soon as you walk up the stairs, just as like, you know, just as like a little joke. Like, look at it. It looks so funny. But I also grabbed like a grindstone. I don't know what else I could use this for. Like, I think it's just a prop. Yeah, it's just a prop. You can't actually do anything. But then it got me thinking, there's an anvil right here. Why has Fortnite not added a way for us to repair our tools? It makes no sense, but like literally the anvil is already in the game. You just have to let us have the ability to actually use it to repair our tools. The next thing I need to add is a bed, and I think the perfect bed is this one right here, and I'm gonna place one like right there, so you know whenever I'm asleep I can see the outside, and I'll place one on this side as well, just in case, you know, I want to switch it up every once in a while, just like that. And now we can start adding a few more things. I think like a bookshelf along this wall would be pretty good, just like that. And then we can add a little bit more. I think I'm gonna add a big bookshelf. Can it go flush against the wall? I guess that is flush. Okay, we'll add one right there and then one right there as well. And those are both our bookshelves, and now we can see what else we want to add. I do need to end up making a bathroom, so I think over in this corner would be the perfect place to add it. So I'm just going to add that right there. I mean, this isn't really a bathtub. I think that's what it's supposed to be, but like definitely not a bathtub I would end up using. But you know what? It's okay. And then we can add the toilet right here as well. And then I am going to remove this, and I'll end up removing that one. And I'll replace these walls so, you know, nobody can see us while we're in the bathroom, because obviously we do not want that to happen. And then we can add like a water barrel right there. And we'll see what else we can add. I definitely need to add some lighting around the place as well. So I'm going to add one right there, one right there, and then maybe like a few up here. One right there is probably good. And then we'll put one over here as well, just like that. And then I'm going to head down here and add some as well, just because I do not want it to be too dark. So I think a perfect place would be right there and right there. This place is coming together pretty nicely if you ask me. So I'm pretty excited when it's fully finished, but I'm going to end up placing something like that right there. And now I'm going to add the walls for the bathroom. And there we go. I added all of the walls, and this is what I came up with. You know, we got the toilet, we got the quote unquote bathtub, and then we got a little candle as well. The next thing I need to do is add some seating around this area right here. So I'm just going to go like something like this. I do want to make my bedroom a little more decorated, but that is all the materials I have for today. So I think that is going to be the end. We can actually come all the way out here, and when we come all the way out here, we can see our beach house in full effect. I think it looks pretty cool, but you guys got to let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you made it this far, make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you turn on notifications so you do not miss an episode. I upload every single day. So yeah, I appreciate you guys being here, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.